loaded up, and you've got corn coming out on the left side by the front tire.
The elevator changed broke or it's just plugged up, so the only thing we do is open it up and see. All right, after I go unload this, we're going to start the Utrisha plots. I got 6 strips we'll have to harvest, 12 rows each. We'll dump on each end. Andy, can you hear me?
Yes, I did.
If you will, get that measuring wheel and use a service truck and measure each pass I make and let me know what the distance is.
Okay.
All right, plans had to change a little bit. We're going to have to bypass those small fields, and we had to come over here to the Todd farm because Kelly's found out she's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's for something pretty serious. I'm not going to say exactly what's going on. That's Kelly's deal. I'll let her reveal it if and when she wants to, but there could be potentially something serious going on, and all I ask for is y'all say a prayer for her. You know, good Lord is the ultimate healer, and if it's His will, He hears prayers. Everything will be okay. So any prayers y'all could send her way would be greatly appreciated. But because she's going to be gone tomorrow around 2 o'clock, that's about when we were going to be on this farm, and we got a lot back here on the other side of the trees, and I can't get all of this just me and Andy. I need a grain buggy driver, so we're gonna get on some of this decal corn, a little bit wetter corn, try and get this farm knocked out today to where, you know, other farms, you know, while she's gone tomorrow, we'll be able to me and Andy will be able to get those done while she's gone. But like you heard me telling them, we're about to start our Utrisha plots. Remember from back this summer, that's a product from a Corteva that we sprayed on corn, soybeans, and cotton to see if there's any kind of yield improvements. It's a biological, it's actually bacteria that have like a symbiotic relationship with the plant to fix atmospheric nitrogen and put it in a plant available form. And I don't know if I mentioned it this summer or not, but Corteva did come out and pull tissue tests on this, and the corn plots showed a marked improvement in nitrogen over the 3 replications I've got. So, but when I tested this stuff 2 years ago, we saw the same thing. I definitely had greater nitrogen concentration in the corn plants, but ultimately, when we came time to harvest, did not see any significant advantage in yield. But you know, 1 year's test not going to tell you anything. I mean, we are seeing the tissue test, so we're going to try it on a little bit better ground this year and see if there's any kind of yield advantage. But you know, we got 2 plots replicated 3 times each, treated and untreated, going here across the field. So we're going to get them harvested. We got 12 rows wide from this end to the other end. We're going to get them harvested, get the weights and get the wheel measurements, and hopefully we'll see enough to try this product some more. Well, as you can see, we got our plots knocked out, and just the preliminary results. I'm still going to have to get home and put it on my spreadsheet to be able to calculate the moisture differences and stuff, but just rough figuring, it looks like the Utrisha won by an average of 2 bushels an acre over the course of 3 plots. You know, it looks like we're, you know, this corn's in the 230 bushel per acre range, not counting for moisture. And yeah, the Utrisha came in, I think, at 231, and the untreated came in at 229. But anyway, I get home, I'll get this on the spreadsheet, get it figured, and I'll post a screenshot of it right here. But just based on that, I mean, I'm not saying the product doesn't work, but we did see a small result this year. Don't know if that's statistically significant or not. I'm not a statistician, so it's been a long time since I took my college statistics class. But I do know that this stuff costs, I want to say somewhere between $15 to $25 an acre. You know, so it's not cheap. And I do know that a 2 bushel per acre difference is not enough to entice me to try it again, because at that $20 an acre, you know, you would need $10 corn to be able to break even. Now, this is just one trial in one location, but this is 2 years that I've tried this stuff, and we've gotten very consistent tissue test results showing an increase in nitrogen in the plant. But even though we've had that very consistently, we have not seen a significant enough yield increase to justify using. I'm still very high on biologicals. I'm still high on the potential of Utrisha, but at their price point and the way it's designed right now, in our system for 2 years, it has not shown a significant increase in yield. And that right there, guys, it proves why, you know, why we try every single thing on our farm before we use it large scale. We try it. We make sure it's actually going to help contribute into paying the bills. You know, if you were to believe the hype, you know, this stuff pays every single time, which in reality, this product and a whole lot of other products, you know, don't necessarily pay the bills. They might pay the bills on my neighbor's farm because he's got different management practices than I do, but they don't necessarily pay the bills on our farm. So this, guys, if you have a salesman come by, wants you to try this product, that product, or whatever, test it yourself first on a small scale. Make sure it does what they claim it's going to do under your management practices. While in their testing, they might have seen positive results. You know, there's a good chance they weren't testing under your practices, and it might not pay for you. It might be a good product, but it just might not work in your situation. You know, when those salesmen approaches you, tell them, yeah, I'd like to try your product. Can you give me a small sample to put in some replicated plots so I can test it myself, make sure it pays? And I'll go ahead and tell you, if they actually believe that they got a good product, they won't have any problem sending you a small sample just to see if it works or not. Could potentially save yourself a lot of money in the long run. But we've still got 2 more plots of Utrisha to harvest. We got our soybean plots, you know, maybe we'll see a positive result on it. We still got our cotton plots.
Ooh! Oh no, here we go. Oh. Come on. So all the water runs off from that farm over here down, and you can't see the washouts until you're on it. The joys of driving this thing. Now we gotta launch you up the hill. Come on, big girl, come on. Definitely don't like doing this on a full bladder either.
Well, I tell you what, this decal $69.99, I mean, it's getting it down here in this little bottom. I mean, it's 250, 260 all the way down through there. In fact, I'm full again. That's what I like to see. Unfortunately, Kelly has to go all the way back around to get on top of the hill, which is where Andy's at. So she's got a pretty long haul up to the front. I mean, if you look at all this out here, I mean, this is perfect. Residue completely covering the ground, nice and thick, high yielding. But then if you look right there along the tree line, you see all that green right there. You know, I talked all year long how the end rows and the edges of the fields are going to kill us on corn yield, and this farm is probably the worst example. I think a lot of water kind of seeps out of the hillsides there, and just, it wasn't wet when I planted, but I guess it got saturated afterwards and just got a thin stand. Plus, this farm was logged a few years ago, and I mean, the loggers did a lot of damage around the edges of the fields. We plowed it up and smoothed it out, but still it's not right. And so you look at my yield map here, you know, you get in the center of the fields, I mean, it's gangbusters. It's some fantastic, corn, but look right there at around the edges, you know, look at those yields, and then look at my legend here. I mean, you're looking at, you know, 140 bushel corn right there around the edges, maybe worse. And look at my field average, 171, even though out here in the middle it's 250, 260. But you make 2 passes around the edges of all these fields, that's a whole lot of area right there. And when you're making really low yields on the edges, just really ain't no making up for that. But at least when I get out in the middle, I'm smiling big. I'm liking this 69.99. It don't quite sound like the brick bats going through my rotor like that the 6744 did, but I can definitely tell there's some big old ears going through there.
Did your header break?
Oh, I think something broke on my clean grain elevator.
Oh yeah, because it's leaking out the bottom.
Oh,
Hold up, and you've got corn coming out on the left side by the front tire.
Just when I thought we was running good.
I just drove into the shop if y'all can still hear me. Do you need any kind of special tools like that?
Not that I can think of. Yeah, just got an alarm for low clean grain elevator speed. And I heard the slip clutch going off back there, so it's not choked up. I imagine I had a chain break somewhere. This ought to be fun. Alright, see if I can bump it and see if it does anything. Oh, nope. That did not sound good. Let's go do some investigating. Well, I got corn coming out of my cleaning fan here. That chain's still on. It drives my incline harder. There's this bell. That chain, that's still good. Only thing I can think of is the elevator chain broke or is it plugged up. So the only thing we can do is open it up and see. That's good. Go try and kick the separator on. If you hear that loud ratchet, just always turn it right back off. Alright, so before we kick it on and completely empty the combine and waste all that corn, go ahead and shut the door. Alright, go ahead. Oh, thank goodness. Rev it up. Note to self, pull back on the stick a little bit. Well, there's a nice baited spot in the field to hunt the deer out of. I know some of you combine experts are asking me, well, is your elevator on high speed or low speed? My elevator's on low speed because 99.9% of the time that's what we need. You know, on low speed, that elevator's good for a little over 4,000 bushels per hour. That's the first time in 6 years or 7 years that I've actually choked the elevator up. So yeah, normally we run on low speed. It's just, you know, less wear and tear on stuff. And I don't try to push any more than, you know, maximum 4,000 bushels per hour through this machine because I mean, the truck can't keep up. There's no sense in it. Even though I think the elevator on this machine at high speed, it's rated for either 5,000 or 6,000 bushels per hour. This combine just ain't quite got the horsepower to be able to do that though. So I reckon we'll just take it a little bit easier down here towards the bottom. Okay. I just did it again. What the Sam Hill's going on here? I guess I do have something going on. Might have something going on. That slip clutch is broke. Oh me. Alright, Kelly's going to turn the combine on. We'll see what's slipping. Yeah, it ain't the slip clutch is slipping. They sound like that chain's slipping on the sprocket up there, so we'll go up there and look at it. Yeah, all that seems good. Alright, kick it on. Oh boy, that ain't good. Kick it on again. I don't know. I'm gonna do some investigation. I mean, everything is running smoothly with it empty. The only thing I can see is my poly. See my poly's gone, and when he gets a load of grain, it's wedging on that. So I guess I'm gonna try and pull that, yank that poly out, see if that fixes it. Alright, we got the rivets knocked out. They might be holding some of that bad plastic in, so Kelly's gonna chill a little bit while we're watching. There's no way we can pull this poly out right here in the field, probably not without pulling that auger out, but I did knock all the rivets loose except for the one holding that poly way down there, which I can't get out, but all these others that were holding it in and possibly causing it to hang up, knocked them out. So hopefully, since we knocked it loose, now when that poly catches, rather than stopping the auger up, it'll just rip the poly out. We were pretty much done with it anyway. Well, it looks like that plastic's starting to work it out the elevator. It's choked up another couple times, but I'm just trying to take it easy with the flow rates until it completely gets out of there. But anyway, we're over here on the Todd farm where I did all that dirt work, removing a lot of those terraces and building a big one. So let's give it a test out and see how easy this is. Right now we're going over the big terrace. So we gotta take it slow, work our header side to side. But now that we're over the big terrace, it should be smooth on sailing. We used to have 3 terraces we'd have to go across going up this hill, and just slow going and hard on the equipment. And now we're just floating right on up this hill. It was really hard when you were coming the other way. You know, we got a lot of weight on the front end, and then you got to slow down and stop going downhill and easing over those terraces. Man, it was a pain in the butt. This is so much nicer though. That took a lot of time, but man, I'm glad we did it now. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue to work this farm. As you can see over there through the trees, the subdivisions are encroaching quickly, and I'm sure at some point there'll be one on this farm, but in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this field. All right, we're up to 3,700 bushels per hour, almost 4,000 bushels per hour. No stopping up on the elevator. That's good. Maybe the problem was that plastic, and now that it's getting worked out, won't have any problem. Yeah, we'll just unload it into the grain cart, and then it's not going to go through the grates on the dump pit, so Andy will see it whenever we dump and get it out of the grain then.
I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a piece of plastic, a giant piece, in the bottom of the buggy. All right, the wildlife has been out today. There were 2 right here on the road when I was coming back down, and they just happened to all be male, and they all have giant racks on their heads, which also means that if nobody gets rid of them this winter, those lovely antlers will be in the field and then possibly in a tire. So I'm hoping that the landlord likes to hunt, because we need to get rid of them. Tires are expensive. Carter has cameras all around our properties, and so far he's counted a total of, I think, 9 boys. So that's a problem. I think they're out here. Oh, there they are. There he is. There he is. I don't know if Matt can zoom in on it, but there he is. Look it. Oh, look how big he is. Oh my goodness. Wow. And he's got friends. See? Every time I come out, there they are. Oh, great. I bet you they'll shed them right here when we have to come plant. Go somewhere else, gentlemen. I know Matt is pretty proud at the work he did over here, but he did a great job. But slight problem. Oh, Jesus. Oh, has anybody got a good recommendation for a chiropractor? It's a tad bumpy. Probably the worst one I've been on, and we've covered more than half the acres, so oh man, come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. This is not a good time. Nope. Even going with the rows, it's... Oh man, what the heck? Bob and weave, bob and weave. Oh, now I know why he wasn't answering me. Because he's standing outside flying the drone. Oh wait, oh, this is gonna suck. Ow. Oh, come on! Look, ladies and gentlemen. Or I'm sorry, lady or two, and yeah, look at that. Flying the drone. This farm is beating me to death, and I'll be glad when we're done with it. Looks like it's gonna be a late night with Mr. Griggs, so. Oh, easy, killer. Can I park first?
Well, got another farm knocked out of the way. Took us a while tonight, but I'm gonna take the header off so we can get this combine moved back up there by the road. Be back out here in the morning.